Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the 8/26, August 26th Smackdown review
2011.
from Friday Night Smackdown, recorded on Tuesday. Like always,
Mhm.
it's Jake and Justin.
Still Justin.
Yep.
All right. So we all know how SmackDown starts out. Montage of the week before shows the battle royal. Everyone just and then Mark Henry just says,
Ah!
"Yeah." He says, "I'll throw you all out."
All fun.
No.
No, not bad.
That's Sheamus's line. But yeah, so it shows Mark Henry. Yeah, whatever. We all saw that happen.
It's
And then Canada's Chosen One comes out.
the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Not counting The Rock.
I'm taking shots at Bret Hart, man. We're still in Canada.
Oh yeah.
Once
Team-
they head to Wichita next week, you can make
Team
your
Canada.
Bret Hart shot.
Team Canada. All right, anyway, he comes out and says he is the general manager for the night because they're in Canada and he rules Canada. And he says that Mark Henry will face Randy Orton on the SmackDown Super Show on Tuesday.
Time out. He's the general manager for this week.
Yep.
So he puts a match next week.
Yep, just like Stone Cold did when he was the thing on Raw.
Makes no sense. That would suck. It's like, oh yeah, Bret Hart's the general manager. Oh yeah, look. And then he sets up a match for next week when he's no longer general manager.
That's what Stone Cold did, and we all agreed with it then because Stone Cold's better than Bret Hart.
We'd have a show back then.
We didn't.
Yeah.
All right, anyways, then everyone's favorite comes out, Christian. And you can talk about Christian.
Christian comes out and then draws heat by, making fun of Bret Hart and saying like, oh yeah. He goes, I'm the only active person who's relevant from Canada. Meanwhile, Tyson Kidd's backstage shaking his head.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Come on, man. Bury me on TV. And then he's like, well, you can't. I have.
Wait, before that, who did he blame for his loss?
Edge.
He blamed Edge.
He blamed Edge.
Because Edge distracted him.
Because Edge didn't want to help him out. I don't know. I guess I blame a lot of people for loss that happened in life because they weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But anyway, so he has his lawyers draw up a document that says that he gets his he gets his title match before anyone else. So Bret Hart goes, all right, well, we'll have it next week at a steel cage.
Ooh. And then Mark Henry comes out. Yeah, he comes out. And he says, if I don't get my rematch, somebody gonna get hurt. I want the winner of the cage match. And then, Sheamus comes out. And he doesn't say he'll fight him. That's later. But he comes out and he says, his uncle once castrated a bull. And he was going to do the same, fella.
He talked about the story how the bull terrorized other things, but the bull would still terrorize stuff without nuts.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But he said he was going to do the same thing later. Stay tuned to see if he really did. PG rating might be gone later.
Yeah, Smackdown, where castrations happen.
Yep. So we go to commercial, and we come back with Christian versus his favorite, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, boy, D. Bryan, he's my fave five, as Booker T would say.
He's the leader of his fave five.
Leader of my fave five, number one of my fave five.
So yeah, they have a match. They do some stuff. Daniel Bryan does his first botch ever.
Yeah,
he's gonna be
backflip off the rope.
He's gonna be beating himself up for that for months. That's one good thing.
He's gonna sit there. He's gonna play that video after he watches Hammerlocks with clown music.
Yeah, and he's gonna be so mad at himself. But they go back and forth for a while. Gets the bell lock. Christian gets the ropes. Hits the kill switch. Bah! 1, 2, 3. So yet again, Money in the Bank loser looks like a wuss.
Yeah, there's 200 days until WrestleMania. They have no time they can lose.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna be the ultimate underdog.
Yeah, I guess so. He's gonna go in there on a 20-show losing streak.
Yep. And then there's a backstage promo of Oksana saying to check out the SmackDown Super Show, which made me want to watch it so much less than I did before because I don't like her.
Yeah, no, you can't. She doesn't look the part of someone that would have an accent. Like they look at it and said, "Hey, here, speak with an accent."
But she said,
"Okay."
Okie dokie.
I wonder how many accents she went through before she settled with that one.
4. It's actually in the encyclopedia.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, next segment. It wasn't a match. Wade Barrett comes out and he's standing across from this white bald guy with the biggest stash I've ever seen. And he just looks at him like this.
The guy who he's wrestling looks like ESPN's white Michael Vick thing on that thing that they're doing that's getting a lot of heat.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, Google white Mike Vick ESPN and hopefully you will get a good idea of what this guy looks like.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he looks like. So he says, I've done so much in WWE this time. I led the Nexus. I beat up Cena and everybody. So he's like, this guy's a disgrace. he walks out, and Booker T's like, I agree with what Wade Barrett did right there. He's now my favorite five for leaving.
He's not worth without the money, you know. Even though every match Booker T always talks about how big a paycheck he got.
Yeah, exactly.
You always get that big paycheck from main event at WrestleMania. I would know.
Yeah, and then of course, I mean, we're 40 minutes into the show, so to show how irrelevant SmackDown is, we show like a 15-minute Raw rebound segment that shows everything that happened on. I feel like I watched Raw again, but they show the whole main event stuff going on and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And then we get Heath Slater versus
Hunico?
not Sin Cara.
The rumor going around online, which I don't know if it's really a rumor or I think it's supposedly true, was that they had to film this match twice.
They had to redo it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I guess.
Botchamania.
Yeah, logically, since it was Hunico this match, the first match was Sin Cara original or Sin Tacos without tacos since he's so much skinnier than Hunico. But yeah, so this match was 3 minutes long.
Yeah, you could tell they were just kind of trying to get it out of the way without like letting people know what was going on.
Yeah.
So he comes out and he does his little miniature Jeff Hardy swanton, and then he does the other ropes, does a lion salt, and pins Heath Slater for the win. If you didn't know, it was, I don't know. I didn't even notice Heath Slater do anything.
Yeah, he didn't get the offense in.
Yeah, and then
I'm not complaining.
For the 1 hour main event, we get America. We get Randall Keith Orton. This guy.
Who has the belt?
It's not a belt. It's a championship title.
I'm sorry, CM Punk.
Yeah. So he comes out and he battles
Ted DiBiase.
DiBiase.
He has the first syllable correct because this was a great match on his end.
Yeah.
Actually, really, really great.
Right? Randy Orton let Ted Dubdoobity. I don't know what to call him. We do know his real name is, so don't say you guys are dumb. You don't even know his name.
It's called.
We know his name. It's DiBiase, but we don't call him that.
Yeah, come on, man.
But yeah. So, and of course, he comes out to jobber style Cody Rhodes' music. He doesn't even get to come out to his own music. He doesn't come from money anymore like he used to with Maurice. And then so they go back and forth for a while. Like I really thought this was gonna be like the squash of all squash matches. Randy Orton was just come in there and lay it down.
Yeah, you actually had the stopwatch ready.
Oh, yeah. Randy Orton got lit up for a while. I was very proud. I said, see? Yeah, talk crap on that, America. And then the final segment was he goes for the Dream Streak, throws against the ropes, misses a clothesline. DiBiase missed a clothesline. Ah! Boom!
RKO!
He RKO'd him straight to the ground.
And meanwhile, Cody Rhodes sounded like this.
And Cody Rhodes just said, not in my house. Then Cody Rhodes jumps in there and he helps him up. He's like, oh, good job. And then he goes, crossroads. Poof. He knocks him out and puts a paper bag over his head. And says, so hopefully that's the end of them, and now they start a feud or something for the belt.
Yep.
Title. Not a belt.
Yeah.
It's a championship.
Even like
Intercontinental might be a belt. But yeah.
Kind of like the Miz and A-Rye, except this time.
A-Rye.
Except this time they don't let A-Rye get the offense in.
Yeah. All right, and then we moved on to the Divas match. On Monday, I ordered pizza. This time, I got Kool-Aid for us. And,
Kool-Aid.
Shameless promotion.
Yep.
And Rice Krispies treats while he watched it. So I'll let him talk about the happenings. Oh, and I went to take a bathroom break.
I don't know how he did all that in this match because the match was 2 minutes and 49 seconds long.
He timed it.
He
really did. Still. He really timed it.
Yep. And then, basically what it was Kelly goes in there, does some crazy stuff. Justin King says, "Whoa, don't touch the hair."
Justin King, baby.
Justin King for WrestleMania.
Yep, Justin King for WrestleMania.
Yep, and
tweet about it.
Yeah, and then she goes cartwheel, backflip, elbow hit, and then stink face, and then the ass master or whatever Billy Gunn's old finisher was.
Something.
She did that 1, 2, 3, and then at the start they had Natalya talk about how.
Oh yeah, like always. Vignet.
If you don't know, they don't like each other. Whatever. On to the next thing.
There's a backstage segment with the Great Khali and Jinder Mahal, and Jinder Mahal said that Khali messed up in the battle royal by getting eliminated, and his only job is to serve him, but tonight it's to dominate Ezekiel Jackson. Which did it happen? Let's find out right now.
Don't
spoil it.
Oh, sorry. Wait, hold on.
Don't listen to him.
They're watching a review though. All right. Anyway,
I'm not going to tell you what happened quite yet.
Yeah, we'll lead up to it.
Anyways, Ezekiel Jackson versus the Great Khali. Khali just He made Ezekiel Jackson look like a little baby.
It looked like
Poor guy.
Looked like original Sin Cara versus Wade Barrett.
Yeah, picture that. Like Ezekiel Jackson looked tiny.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they pretty much every Great Khali match, like, close. Oh, it didn't fall over. Oh, it didn't fall over. Oh, it fell over. And then they just slap each other for a while, and then Khali hits Jinder Mahal, and then Ezekiel says,
Torture
somehow
rack.
picks him up and torture racks the Great Khali,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
And then way to sell it, Khali, his face just on the side, just like, he's like, oh, crap,
Yep.
this hurts. Anyways, and then we get the Beard backstage. Randall Keith Orton again, folks, because if he's not the main event, he's going to be somewhere else. He's backstage talking about Christian. He's like, right when he thought he got rid of Christian, he just keeps coming back and back and back.
As if the rematch wouldn't have happened anyway.
Yeah, it shouldn't have, because Christian doesn't deserve it. Only Randy Orton gets rematches.com. Yeah, so then he says he's going to beat Christian in the steel cage match on the Super Show on Tuesday, then move on to Mark Henry, who he will not underestimate, and no one should underestimate Randy Orton, is what he said. Which, of course not. And then we get to the main event. Did not feature Randy Orton, and did not feature Christian. Who was it? Oh, fight him.
Sheamus!
Sheamus versus Mark Henry in a bull castration match. Vince Russo.
Well, what?
Vince Russo, the old writer. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
castration match.
yeah, bull castration match.
Okay, whatever.
SummerSlam recall, as they were calling it. They just pretty much do the stuff they can do because they're just big dudes. They just it's kind of the same thing as the Khali match. You'd clothesline him. Then he did the flying one and he knocked him over. And then let's see, what was some other? Yeah, they just did normal big guy stuff that they could do because you can't really do too much with those two huge dudes. But they go outside the ring because they don't want to end again. Kind of the same way SummerSlam. They didn't want someone to win clean over the other person because they're kind of pushing them both. So they were outside the ring. And he picks him up Henry picks up Sheamus to the world's strongest slab, flips out, there's a bro kick. He goes over the announce table and he throws the announcer's chairs on him and gets back in the ring. So he wins by count out. And pretty much the same thing as just reversed.
Yeah.
And then after the match, Mark Henry's just steaming. He's just walking around.
I kept my beard for this, is what he's saying.
Oh yeah. And he gets back in the ring, and it was pretty much like the old build up to SummerSlam. He's outside the ring, then he jumps in, just keeps scaring him off. Then he goes out there, and they both get shots in. And then it ends with steel steps. Mark Henry picks him up, world's strongest slam on the steps, and Sheamus goes.
Then ends with Mark Henry looking at him like this.
He did the Sheamus. He said, Mark Henry said,
Yep. But yeah, that was SmackDown.
So SmackDown didn't really do anything for Night of Champions per se.
Maybe Rhodes DiBiase.
Yeah, Rhodes DiBiase could be leading into it, but yeah, I still don't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have to figure out what they're doing first.
Yeah, they have to figure out the world title picture, but this was more of like a set-up SmackDown for the Tuesday one, which will probably get more answers. Because hopefully they learned from SummerSlam that you don't want to not announce the card and the matches you do announce the week before on the internet.
Yeah.
So hopefully they build Night of Champions a lot better than they did SummerSlam and start getting some stuff done next week, which I think will happen.
Yeah, they'll probably throw in Wade Barrett and Daniel Bryan for another singles match, though.
I don't know, because there's going to be 6 title matches.
And
World, WWE.
There's
6. I don't think they're going to do 8 matches.
Yeah.
There'll probably be 7. It'll probably be the 6 titles and then Punk versus Nash, which is going to be a 5-star classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're almost out of time here, so any more thoughts?
I should shout out those dudes who shouted us out.
Oh, yeah. Thank you to the Wrestling Gurus and Chase Oliver. You guys, thanks for shouting us out, getting us started. Appreciate it. Subscribe to them if you haven't subscribed to them. We'll put their links. If you're subscribed to us and not them, what are you doing? We've only been there for 10 days.
Yeah, actually, if you're not subscribed to us, subscribe to us first up here, and then click on their links down there because we're going to put their links down there. Mm-hmm. Subscribe to them, and then subscribe to something else probably. Get a subscribe spree.
Yeah, we'll shout out all the shows we watched on another date.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So, that was SmackDown. We will see you in a few days at Monday Night Raw, where I debut a non-wrestling shirt, because this is my last one. We'll end with the pose.